Ladies and gentlemen, we're back live. I'm sorry we're late, but you could blame one of the guests that's here today. He just had to go to Costco. I mean, somebody just had to do something, you know. But, I mean, in fairness, it is Costco, and Costco is, you know, miraculous. So, awesome. Craig, how you doing, bro?
Been better, but it's all good, man. I'm all good.
I mean, considering the fact that Arsenal are just bottling it big time, I can understand that. But we also are joined by another guest. I wanted to do a bigger preview for this one. So, Matthew, how you doing, brother?
No, I'm not bad. I'm not bad. Like you said, Arsenal have lost. Happy days.
And it should be happy days right now. It should be happy days. We have a miraculous chance not only to equal Tottenham on points after 3.5 weeks of Ollie being in charge, but we also, if Chelsea drop points today, we will be even closer to getting to that top 4 spot. Chelsea, be nervous. Be nervous. I'm telling you now. But let's get it.
It's possible.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It is possible. It's definitely possible. Good to see you guys all live. I'm really happy to have you guys here. You know, we are doing this super, super early in comparison to normal, which is awesome. I might actually start doing these more early because it actually works out better for me for work anyways. First, fan, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. Hit me up on Facebook if you can, and we'll try and work something out. But, guys, let's start breaking down this match a little bit because I actually do have something going on in about an hour and a half. So, or about an hour, I should say. So, well, first, I'm going to go to you, Craig.
Yeah.
And so we've got this big match coming up against Tottenham, and it is definitely going to be Ollie's biggest test to date. I mean, what are your expectations for what is going to be this match? I mean, we all saw what happened in the last match under Jose. We did actually press a little bit higher in that match, and we all did like what we saw in that match. But, I mean, it's going to be an interesting one.
It is going to be an interesting one for both parts, you know. But Tottenham didn't play that well on their last game neither, so we could take that on board. Did I say Chelsea or Tottenham? Tottenham didn't. Sorry. But I reckon we can beat them. We can beat anyone. I feel like we can beat anyone now. And that's what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's brought back, you know, that positivity from the fans, you know, that we can go into any game and get a point or get 3 points. But I think we can come out of that game with 3 points and push for that 4th place even more.
And I love that Spurs fan literally just quote said, "I want us to win, obviously, but if we lose, Ollie might keep the job, so Poch wouldn't be coming to you. So happy days." Which I do get that. I mean, Matthew, let's actually talk about that really quick. Do you think there's a potential that this could be, you know, a match that could put Ollie above Pochettino in the search for our new permanent manager?
I think for both sides, it's probably a Man United audition. As much as Pochettino wants to say, "Oh yeah, I want to stay at Spurs for another 20 years," if another club comes sniffing and he's tempted by that, he's of course going to be tempted to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is our first proper big test. We've had a good run of games. We've got good results. Positivity's back. But now we're going to see what Ollie Ball can actually do against the big team.
Yes.
And to be fair, I think I don't know who has the more pressure on them. Because you'd probably say United, but I'm hearing a lot of talk about Tottenham potentially bottling it, which I think could happen. And it's up to Pochettino to get his team to not do that. And if there's any game that he sort of breaks that curse of Tottenham bottling it in a big game, it's this game, where he's up against a team who are supposedly interested in him.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good chance for both managers to say, right, this is what we can do, and this is why we should be the manager.
Yeah, no, and definitely, I agree with that. Like this is truly like, you know, I think both sides are going to go at this game from minute 1 to minute 90. I think we're going to see a good back and forth by both of these managers.
Yeah.
And it's going to be interesting to see how these, like, not only that, but how the teams are going to line up, because I still don't think we have actually seen Manchester United, throw the quotes around it, best 11 yet. And it will be interesting to see how we will line it up. I mean,
I think it's going to be Martial, Rashford, Lingard, and then you're going to have Matic, Herrera, and Pogba. I reckon that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has picked Pereira to play more games now, because he does bring that, he can tackle and he can go forward. But I think it's going to be a boxing match. The first couple of rounds are going to be testing each other. And then come to the last couple of rounds, I think that's where both teams are going to go for each other. And I think that's where it could be won. When one team goes for it, misses it, and then one team catches them on the counter-attack like we did last season against Tottenham at home. When Martial scored the 1-0.
Yeah, and this is, I think that this matchup right here, like you look at what is the whole of the match, and you're seeing a team in Tottenham that did play midweek. So I want to ask you both. But I'll start with Matthew. Matthew, do you think Tottenham playing midweek and actually playing a lot of people, that are regulars for them, do you think that's going to have an impact on this match?
It could, but then again, like that result, the 7-0 against, I forgot who it was, it's just going to create even more momentum. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword, in all honesty. But, when was the last time United played? That was against Reading.
Yeah, on Saturday.
Well, yeah, so they've had a whole week and a little training camp in the Middle East around then to sort of, build up fitness, get that team spirit back for this huge game. But, it's a case of, would you rather have that or a game being played? So 90 minutes of, potential energy being taken away from your teammates. But then again, it generates that kind of momentum.
Yeah. Like,
it's a double-edged sword, really.
And that's the thing, is that you look at it, and there is the potential that it could be, like, Tottenham could come out. You consider the fact that they just went through the holiday period, and then they also then had to play an extra game on top of it. Like, that's a lot of matches in about a 4-week period. You're talking about playing twice a week for 4 straight weeks. That's a lot for a team. Craig, do you think that'll have an impact on Tottenham tomorrow?
I'm going to give them a bit of confidence. I don't think it will. I really don't think it will. I think they're going to play the same strong 11, because they want this as much as we do, don't they? No, I think they're going to have your Harry Kanes, your Dele Allis, your Songs, your Toby Alderweireld, your Sanchez's. I think the only one could be Danny Rose dropped. But I think they're going to come out all guns blazing. And these players today, their training regime is a lot better. Their recovery is a lot better. So they can afford to play 2 games a week, can't they? And I think they're paid enough to play twice a week.
That's definitely true. That is definitely true. And United Union, just so you know, Son will be playing tomorrow, because this
is his last game.
Yeah, he negotiated to have him coming to play for Korea, like slowed down. He said, I don't want to come back until after the United match, because he knew how big of a match this actually was. And then also, I did want to say, Gaming Pro, obviously, a draw is the minimum for tomorrow. And then United Union, again, I agree with you. I think Herrera does have to play in this match. I think that is big time.
And I think he is definitely one of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's favourites.
Yeah. Oh, I actually do agree with that. I think that the way that Herrera just shows the fight and passion that, a midfielder, should, that's going to play, especially if you're going to be playing next to Pogba, That's huge. Being able to show that fight and everything.
And I think he frees up Paul Pogba a lot as well. Because Herrera is a workhorse, and he does. He puts the boot in, and he just gives Pogba that little bit of free to play up top, and obviously, as you can tell, score goals now.
And Nick, no way will Herrera be playing at right center back. Not even a chance. Even a chance. I do. Now, here's the unfortunate thing. I do actually think we will see Phil Jones tomorrow. It does make me a little nervous, him going up against Tottenham. But, like I said, Andrew, I have a feeling we will dominate, but it will be a draw, mate, because Spurs will give everything, and I fear Son. He is unbelievable. Yeah, no, and listen, obviously Son is unbelievable. Like, he's somebody that I think that actually could be linked with a move away from Tottenham in the summertime. I could see that happening. But I mean, guys, let's start getting into some more of like the keys for the match for this. Against Tottenham. Let's be real about this. Tottenham have a very quality side, even though they did not invest any money. So, I mean, Matthew, what do you think is going to be, a key? Well, a couple of the keys for tomorrow. Like, what do you think United are going to have to do to come away with the victory?
I think we should just approach it like any other game. Under Mourinho, it was very much a case of we're going to look to see what the opponents are going to do, then try and counter that. Which, to be fair, works occasionally, but you've got to look at your own team first when you've got a squad of that quality. Don't get me wrong, we're not a title-winning squad, but we're better than what Mourinho made us out to be.
Yes.
I think in terms of who we need to look out for Tottenham, Phil Jones as well.
Yes.
Like I said, him starting against Tottenham just has, I think, every game, like the last 3 games or something, he's had an absolute howler. And hopefully he doesn't absolutely bang one top bins again. To be fair to him, that was a decent finish. Shame it's into the wrong net. But yeah, I think if we don't treat this like a sort of, Burnley up against Tottenham kind of thing, where it's like, right, they're a good team, we're going to be on the back foot. Just don't approach it like that. Play your own game. And yeah, Tottenham will be pressing a lot. And they'll have danger men up front like Harry Kane, Son, all those sorts of people. But we've got dangers as well. We've got Pogba, we've got Martial, we've got Rashford, we've got players who are probably equal to them, if not in some positions even better.
Yeah.
So I don't think we should treat this like a game that we should be scared of. Just go out there and play how you normally would.
Well,
we'll create chances. We saw that in the previous games, even though once or twice we may have only won by like 2 goals or something. We're still creating lots of chances.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. And here's what ultimately I'm excited to see, because Ollie literally came in his initial press conference and was talking about the fact that Manchester United need to get back to being Manchester United. We're going to go out there. We're going to implement our game plan. We're not going to adjust our game plan to what the opponent is going to do, which is something I think a lot of us felt that Mourinho did during his tenure. And I'm going to be excited to see if against Tottenham that will be lived up to, because Tottenham is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's biggest test to date, without question. So Fanny, if Rashford is up front, it's gonna be hard against for him against Davinson Sanchez, which I agree with. Davinson Sanchez is a quality center back. Why can every fan see how Fanny, obviously Phil Jones is going to be a nervy one, but end of the day, we've got to deal with it, because obviously Bailly is
suspended.
You got Smalling and Rojo out injured. It's going to be a nervy one. It will be a nervy one. And then Sophie, thank you very much for joining us. Guys, make sure you subscribe to Hair Dryer Treatment. She's got an awesome channel. I love watching her stuff. She said, if we attack, we will score. I think we need to accept we will concede, but we can score. And exactly, Sophie, exactly. We will score. So, Craig, give me some of your keys for what you think is going to lead to a United victory.
Got to shut down Eriksen for a start.
Yeah. I think that Herrera might have a bit of a man mark.
Exactly, yeah. And take Kane out of the game. Take them 2 out of the game, then Tottenham are mediocre. As you can tell, there's only, I think there's like 3 or 4 players that only score their goals, and you take them 2 of them out the equation, and maybe Son, but who knows? Who knows who's going to be doing what? You know, maybe Herrera will do the man marking. We know that he's good at the man marking, like he's done with Hazard against Chelsea. He scored past Tottenham in the FA Cup, didn't he, Herrera, last year? Just got to keep the centre mids quiet, you know. Like I said, Eriksen, give Ali a little niggle, and we'll win. We'll score goals 100% tomorrow. I have no doubt about that. We'll score goals, but we just got to let them, you know, make the mistake.
Yeah,
and it will happen, and it will. You know, I don't rate Tottenham. I don't care where they are. I'll never rate Tottenham, and I never will. They will never win the league, in my eyes. But yeah, just take Eriksen and Dele Alli and Kane. That's fine by me.
Sophie, I love the banter. She said Ali is a B grade Jesse. Yeah, no, obviously Dele Alli is a B grade Jesse Lingard. We all know it to be fact. So that's some solid banter. I love it. You know, obviously, I think that this match tomorrow, the keys for this for Manchester United really are going to be going out and implementing what we want to do. Not caring about what Tottenham are going to do, but knowing that we will be pressing high from minute 1 to minute 90. And I actually really think that this training session that we just had in the Middle East is going to be crucial to Manchester United, because it did look like we had a lot of players starting to get tired. A lot of players starting to get tired. So yeah. I think it will be very interesting to see how this little bit of time in the Middle East, getting fitness levels up to top level, are going to be crucial, are going to be absolutely crucial. Carl, good to see you in here, man. Good to see you. Yeah, and Nick, I know it was in Dubai, but I feel like, you know, it could have been, you know, you could have gone to almost anywhere in the Middle East, you know.
They always seem to go to Dubai, didn't they?
They do. And Luke Horton did come up with he said shut down Eriksen and Son and we win easy. I think if we shut down 2 of their players tomorrow, their attacking threats, I think it will be an easy.
But they have 4 attacking threats, didn't they? Dele Alli, Kane, Eriksen, and Son. You take 2 of them out, and we'll win.
Yeah. No, which, by the way, he said, no, Dabai. So you got to Dabai. My bad. Well, we always hit the dab for big old Pogba. You know it.
He's not allowed to celebrate or dance. Remember that.
Yeah. Well, listen, he could do whatever he wants. He He is Paul Pogba. He is the man. So, I mean, I like this for family. I'm loving the banter. I'm loving it. Laurie's can't catch a cold, punches and spills everything. Yeah, no, obs. And then Sophie, I think we need to stay disciplined at the back and counter at speed. If we counter effectively, we will beat them. Look at what Wolves did. And Sophie, I was actually just about to bring that into play. That, you know, I look at what we've been doing under Ollie, and we have been making quick transitions from defense to midfield to attack. Yeah. I mean, and like that. It's something that we never saw under Mourinho, and we're seeing it under Ollie.
It's because Matic doesn't pass sideways or backwards now. Even Matic is passing forwards. And we never saw that, really, did we? You know, it was always stop, side, or back. It will slow down play. But now he's going forward. He's passing forward. He's doing little cheeky back heels. But yeah, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer seems to open up every player that he's working with now, which is, you know, to every fan's dream, to get the best out of Pogba, to get the best out of Rashford, Lukaku, hopefully, Lingard, Matic, Pereira. We just want to get the best out of them, don't we?
Yeah, and listen, guys, what Matthew said, if we get to 10 likes, I will hit the double dab. And if we do manage to get to 15 somehow, I see we've got 16 viewers going, I'll actually do Pogba's other dance that he does. I'll hit that one.
I'll do it in my dressing gown.
That's funny. I will never forget the robe, Craig. We will never forget the robe. But guys, let's go ahead. Let's start getting into what we think will be the lineup that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will run out there. He did come out and talk about the fact that we aren't going to see Rojo because Rojo is back in Argentina, and then we also are guaranteed. Oh shoot, we hit 10, like literally like that. So let's.
Right, I'm see you later. I'm going to get my dressing gown.
But 15, we get this dance. I'll do it across the entire screen. Across the entire screen. But so listen, I mean, we did get some confirmation. I mean, Pogba will be available, which is awesome. And I'm just going to be excited to see what he's going to run out there, despite the fact that we know we're going to see Lindelof, who has been playing class, and Phil Jones. So you know what? I mean, Craig, we'll let Matthew go first, then we'll go to Craig, then we'll come to me. Matthew, what is your projected lineup for what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will run out there?
No, I've seen that Pogba dance that you did there. It's even more disappointing than I expected it to be.
Listen, shh, Matthew, we don't talk about these things.
Well, I
am. And that's good to see you.
Starting 11. De Gea's going to start and goal. I think the fullbacks are going to be key to this game because we've seen them start so far up the pitch, like basically starting in the opposition's half.
Yeah.
If we do that, then Son's going to have an absolute field day. So I'd probably go with a back four of Young, unfortunately Jones, Lindelof, and Shaw.
Yeah.
That's Ole. Seems to be Ole's consistent back four when he can get them. In midfield, I think we'll probably see the same old again. Matic, Herrera, Pogba. Like Matic as well. With how much Tottenham press, like they're obviously known for just putting the pressure on people. With how much they press, it's going to be quite interesting to see how Matic does.
Yes.
Because we know what he can do and what he can't do. It's just a case of, do we see the Ole Matic turn up or the Jose Matic turn up? I think that will also be key. Herrera is another good player for this kind of game. Like he understands what the big game's all about, even though he's not really the best player. Pogba as well, he's on absolute form of his life. He's really up for this. I think in that FA Cup game, he set up the Sanchez goal, if I'm not mistaken. He absolutely bullied Dembele off the ball, took the ball off him, and put in an absolutely fantastic cross for Sanchez, and he finished it. So if we see more of that kind of play from Pogba, then should be on to an absolute winner. And then front three, I'd go with Lingard being quite anonymous. His pressing is good, and his pressing is probably going to help in a big match. But in terms of attacking play, he hasn't offered too much apart from Ole's first match. But then again, I'd still probably start him with Rashford up top. I mean, he's in absolute form of his life as well. Got something like, 4 goals, 5 assists in December. That's just mad. For someone who we've sort of criticised in the past for really not having a brain cell in terms of his final ball, for him to have that kind of output in just the 1 month, that just shows the improvement that he's been on. Even before Jose got sacked, to be fair to him. And then Martial on the left wing. Martial's had a kind of quiet last couple of games whenever he's played, but he hasn't really played badly as such. So it should be interesting to see how he does, especially when he's up against a fullback who is probably not going to be too quick in Kieran Trippier. He's not slow by any means. He's not really, he hasn't really got blistering pace on him. So if Martial can target that particular side, especially if you start Alderweireld as well, I think that could be a potential kind of danger.
Yeah.
And you'll really have to look at what you have to do here, because you've not just got Martial running that side, you've got Rashford as well. Looking at what kind of spaces Martial's taking up, and getting back. And so those 2 players, I hope they're going to cause absolute havoc on the left-hand side, especially Pogba too. But yeah, that would be my starting 11. It's not really the most exciting or different starting 11 out there, but it's what I expect to see.
And honestly, we've pretty much seen a relatively consistent 11 from Ole. I will say that. So, I mean, Craig, what is your projected lineup or what you think Ole is going to run out there?
Exactly the same as Matthew's, if I'm honest. Exactly the same. There weren't no players that I weren't going to have in my team. I think that starting 11 that Matthew said, I think that is probably, like you said as well, Ollie's favourite 11. You know, it gives you everything, doesn't it?
At the moment, yes.
You know, and obviously that game, to me, I will be able to tell in the first 5 minutes if Phil Jones gets that ball, if it's going to be a good day in the office or not. Do you know what I mean?
Mm. Yeah,
you know, because he is our weakest link in the whole squad to me. You know,
yeah. I mean, in fairness, though, he has been playing well under Ollie. He has been playing very, very well. Obviously, we haven't been coming up against the greatest competition or the greatest attacking prowess in any of the opponents we've been playing. But nevertheless, he has been playing well. So
yeah, but I'm just going through previous as well. You know, he does like a little fall over here and there. He does like a little, you know, little silly penalty here and there. But if we can, you know, Pogba in the middle, he'll cause a bit of havoc. You know, as he has been under Ollie. Matic under Ollie, awesome. We'll just have to. I just play it by ear, because, you know, because we can't take Tottenham out of this. You know, they could. I don't want to say it, but they could. We're going to their ground. Don't forget, aren't we? You know, and anything can happen. But who knows, mate? Who knows? I want to see the Man United of old and of new. But it's an exciting game, very exciting game, because of where we both are.
And listen, I'm looking at this from the perspective of we see what we have in front of us. We see the fact that Tottenham are the next opponent, and obviously they are a threat. They are.
Yeah, they are.
Like, they're a big threat all the way across the board. I mean, they've got quality players at every position, and a lot of that is down to Pochettino making these guys the quality talent that they are. So I'm not taking anything away from Tottenham, but I think that if Manchester United and the way that Ollie is getting the team to play come out and they do what they do, I think for sure we will get the win, because I ultimately believe we are better than Spurs. I really believe that. I believe from top to bottom, we are better than Spurs.
Yeah.
Like you talked about, obviously with Phil Jones back there, we get a little bit nervous. And I've said it in matches before. Like, Phil Jones, like, he always manages in the worst moments to do something just crazy. I mean, in the last match that he did that, he did make up for it. He did make a great recovery tackle. But that's not always going to happen. That's not always going to happen. So this is what my projected. No, Anves, the Spurs are not much better than us. No, they are not. I promise you, they are not better than us.
The only thing that they are better than us is they've got a better striker.
I was going to say, yeah, the only thing that I think that they have a better position at, this is just my opinion, is that they have Harry Kane. And that's just at the moment that I think that Harry Kane is better than Marcus Rashford. I'm not saying that Marcus Rashford can't become better than Harry Kane, because you look at what he's doing, and he's doing crazy things under Ollie. Harry Kane system is phenomenal.
Yeah. Harry Kane does like to go missing, though. Do you know what I mean?
Especially against United.
But then, like, under Ollie, Rashford might not score, but he'll sure put in a shift and maybe get an assist. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at the moment, I think they're both, you know, kind of the same.
George, in fairness, I actually would take Young over Trippier at the moment. At the moment.
Is this George?
George Kyle.
Oh.
George Kyle. Yeah, I would take Harry Kane. I would take Harry Kane over Ashley Young. Of course, I would take Harry Kane over Ashley Young. But I would take Ashley Young over Kieran Trippier. So that's just my opinion. Kane will score given a snippet. No, Shelby, you're absolutely right. You are absolutely right about that.
Any player for Tottenham get given a chance will score. You know, you can't take that away, and we can't let that happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's why we need Phil Jones to be on point and forget his 2 left-footed boots.
And so I mean, obviously we all kind of are going to agree on the 11 here. Funny enough, the only change that I could see to the 11 that Matthew and Craig both talked about is actually Diogo Dalot coming in for Ashley Young.
I don't think so.
I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm saying that I could see him putting in somebody that has better pace in a match like this to come in and play. I'm not saying it's going to happen because I think that he will trust Ashley Young over him. But in a match where you need to hit them on the counter, you need to have that pace. And Dalot is somebody that I could see having that pace. Now, ultimately, my 11 will be De Gea, Young, Lindelof, Jones, Shaw, Matic, Herrera, Pogba, and then Martial, Rashford, and Lingard. I think that that's basically going to be guaranteed. Like, and then, I mean, so if I think that he is faster than Ashley Young, I think that right there is, I think he is faster than him. But other than that, I mean, like, I'm not saying that he's like got crazy pace, but I think he is faster than Ashley Young. And it's something that will be needed for this match. In my opinion, is pace, get it hitting on the counter, because I think that goals in this match will be hit on the counter. Then Anvesh did say, for me, Christian Eriksen is the most lethal weapon, is more lethal than Harry Kane. Those who disagree, I'm sorry. No, Anvesh, you're all good. We all have different opinions. But so guys, I mean, we're about 30 minutes in. I mean, we're doing pretty good on this preview here. So let's just talk about this. So would you personally do anything different in this match? Is there anybody that if you were in charge, you would replace in that lineup? I mean, so Craig, let's go to you first on this one.
Yeah. No, because I think the team that we've been discussing for United 11, I don't think none of them warrant getting dropped. So there's nothing really I could say. Unless if Bailly wasn't suspended, then I would have played Bailly with Lindelof instead of Jones. That'd be it. You know. But see, I want to say play Lukaku as well somewhere, but you don't know what Lukaku's going to turn up, do you? Do you know what I mean? Or
I mean, you could see Rashford possibly starting on the right with Lukaku up top.
Or Alexis Sanchez, or, you know, he might mix his front three up a bit. Do you know what I mean? But I want to stick with the front three that we spoke about. But this is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. This is his squad. He's got the players. He'll pick whoever he wants to pick, can't he?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, if Lingard was dropped and Sanchez was brought in, I'll be equally as happy as that for that, you know, because I don't think Sanchez has been given the time yet to prove himself under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Fellaini will never start, Sophie. Never again. Never.
He needs to go. He can go. Did you see what he said about?
Apparently, he was depressed about Mourinho leaving. Yeah. I mean,
we were all depressed about him signing a new contract. So
that's what I put. I said I was sad for signing.
So and then Sophie, I mean, I don't think that Lukaku will start over Rashford, but I could see the potential for Lukaku to start up top and then Rashford being put on the right. I could see that happening. So
he'll come on for the last 20 minutes for Rashford.
Yeah, I do think that we will see Lukaku at some point in time tomorrow. So, I mean, Matthew, is there any changes that you would make to the lineup that we basically all agreed upon?
No, I wouldn't make any changes. In terms of personnel, in terms of tactics, I'd maybe start the fullbacks a little bit deeper, like I said earlier on. because if we keep them so far forwards, then we're relying on Matic, Vidic, I wish we had Vidic, Matic, Lindelof and Jones to defend that kind of front four, if you like. I mean, Herrera as well, but yeah, maybe start the fullbacks a little bit deeper. And also, they've not really contributed too much in terms of attacking in recent games too. It's really been front four, if you like, if you include Pogba there. Yeah, I'm a bit more careful with the fullbacks, but in terms of personnel, wouldn't make any changes.
Lee Grant should start for sure, says Ryan Beals. Yes.
Here he goes. Here he goes.
Always should start. Always should start. And Reaper, just so you know, we did say that under Mourinho, we all realized that Fellaini served a purpose. But I actually believe that under Ollie, that Fellaini really doesn't have much of a purpose in this team anymore. Like, I don't think that he does because of the way and the style that Ollie brings. I just don't think that Fellaini really suits that style. It's nothing against him personally. I would say this about any player that didn't suit the style that Manchester United should be playing. So it's just my personal opinion. But, now, oh, shoot, we just got a red card in the Leicester and Southampton game. It was the second yellow for somebody, and they got sent off. That's interesting. Sorry, guys. But so this for me is probably the change that I actually would make two changes to the lineup. I would actually go with a 4-2-3-1 in this match. I personally think that Matic might be a bit of a liability in a match that is of this pace. I think that he might be a little bit, just a liability. It's nothing against him, but I just think that his pace and the way that he has played for a longer period of time could possibly come into play. But I would personally put Pogba and Herrera in that midfield too. Then I would start Lingard at the 10, and I would put Sanchez on the right. That's the only change that I would make, is go to a 4-2-3-1, and but Pogba could still get further forward when we're attacking, but he also would then need, which he's been doing under Ollie in the 4-3-3, getting back and taking part in his defensive duties. So I would be interested to see how that lineup would go. Yeah, so definitely we'll see you later, and I think maybe for the next stream we should get you on. Maybe especially if we get a big win, I would love to get you on. I would love to get you on to talk about a big win for Manchester United, which is going to happen. It's going to happen. We're getting the big win, guys. I could feel it. But guys, so let's go ahead and start wrapping this up a little bit. So Matthew, let's go to you first. How do you think this match will go, and what is your projected score for tomorrow?
I think Craig alluded to it earlier on. I think that it would be maybe, I wouldn't say a tense first bit. If you're splitting the match into like 3 lots of 30 minutes instead of half an hour, it's probably going to be more tactical than anything. Teams kind of just feeling each other out. And then in the second half specifically, I think we'll just absolutely go for it. I think both teams will as well. Like I said, it's that kind of audition to see what these managers can do. I think both managers will desperately want a result here. And I think both teams are under pressure for kind of 2 different reasons. For Man United, obviously, it's always first big real test. And then for Spurs, it's a case of, can they actually still be somewhat in this title race and not just crumble at the first opportunity? But both teams have the pressure on them. And it's just a case of what manager and really what players can handle it better. And I'd say, to be quite honest, probably United are in a better situation from that. Because Spurs are sort of known as those big game bottlers, if you like. Yeah, they've got an absolutely fantastic squad. They've got some unbelievable players, but they'll never be proper title challengers. They'll always be the sort of nearly men, but always the bridesmaid, never the bride, that kind of thing. I think in terms of how the game's going to go, first half is going to be a bit quiet, I'd say. Personally, I know we're going to score predictions later on, but I think it's going to be 3-2 Man United. And I'd probably say 4 goals will come in the second half. Just like in the second 40 minutes, we'll see a lot more. So it will feel like a derby, I'd imagine, because both teams just want to go for it so much.
I ultimately think that this will be a very back and forth match. I do think that. And guys, if you want to have your score prediction read out on air, be sure to get it in now, and I will read out your score predictions in this match. So for this match, Greg, same question to you. You know, how do you think the match is going to go, and what is your projected score?
I think it's going to be at the start. I think it's going to be quite a slow game, testing each other, and then I think it's going to be then a fast-paced game, back and forth, back and forth. I reckon it could get a bit naughty. You know, we know we've got a couple of hot heads. You know, they've got a couple of hot heads. I'm going with a 2-1 score. We'll get the 2-0, but then obviously we can't keep a clean sheet to save our life. And it'll end 2-1 and we'll get the 3 points. We'll come away from Wembley ready for that 4th place.
Emma said, have Mia Khalifa in your preview. Opponent to lose, guaranteed. Yes, obs. But so here's how I think this is going to go, guys. I agree with Craig. I actually think that for the first 5 minutes, I think we will kind of see both teams kind of be cautious in their approach to the match. But I think after that, I think we are going to start seeing this and this and this. It's like you're going to see those quick counters coming from defense to attack from both sides. I think we will see it. But ultimately, I think that Manchester United, the way that we are currently playing, we are by form the better team overall over the last 5 matches. We are the better team overall in the last 5 matches. So I will be interested to see not only how Ollie will line up tomorrow, but also what exactly we are going to do. Because if he sticks true to his word, Manchester United are going to focus on their tactics and their tactics alone. I think Manchester United will come out of this match with a win, and I think that we will come out of it with a pretty handy win at that. Now, ultimately, I do think that the final scoreline will be 2-1. I think that we will get 2 goals to start, like with the start of the match, and I think later on, I think probably about like the 80th, between the 80th and 85th minute, I think we'll see Tottenham kind of get a good counter goal, and then from there, I think it'll get a little bit back and forth. I think we'll see both teams really try and go at each other. I don't think you'll see us try and sit back. I think you'll see us try and go get a third. So I could see the final score being 3-1 as well. So, I mean, ultimately, though, I did want to say thank you, Arsenal, for dropping points. We really appreciate it. Chelsea, you know, we're looking forward to you dropping points. So we'll really appreciate that as well. We're coming for top 4, guys. We are coming for top 4. But let's see here. So we've got Ryan Beal said he's going with Manchester United 2-1. Saban said 3-1 for United. George Kyle's going 3-1 United, and he's saying Pogba will score. I do think that Paul Pogba will have a big match tomorrow. I think that we will see him have a big match.
We can't afford him not to have a big match tomorrow. He's got to show up tomorrow.
He definitely will. I 100% believe that.
If he don't show up, we lose. That's what I think.
I mean, and I agree with that. I do agree with that. Nick Archer said, I agree with Matthew McFadden, 3-2 us. Anvo saying his heart says 3-2 United. Then his head says Spurs 2-1. George Kyle says, I reckon whoever scores first wins as well. George, I could actually see that being the case. That's
why we got to get them 2 goals first.
So Matthew said, and I think that'd be interesting, Matthew. Pogba will have a shit first half, but have a city away-esque game in the second 45, which I think that would be very interesting to see. Reaper said, like my prediction from yesterday, I'll go with a 2-0 Martial and Rashford on the score sheet and De Gea with a clean sheet. Reaper, I really hope that is the case. I really, really do. Pancaz said 4-2 United. Let's see here. Saban said Nick Khalifa scored today with Arsenal. Yes, obviously. United Union said 2-1. Need to be great on the counter. Completely agree with that. Reapers, I do know that the draw for the women's team is coming up. So, guys, I will actually post Arthur's prediction on Twitter if you want to see. I have yet to record it, but I've got to go change and everything like that for today. I'm going to try and sell a couple more houses. So, wish me luck. Let's hope we find the one for my clients today. But I just watch out for Andrew, Craig, except for Kane. You know what? Actually, let's talk about that really quick. Before we go off, other than obviously Harry Kane, I mean, you could really go down a list of Eriksen, Son. I mean, Matthew, who do you think are players to watch out for Spurs?
I'd say even more Eriksen. Harry Kane, Christian Eriksen. Because if you try and close him down, you might not do much, but he's that kind of player who will just turn up with a long-range strike or something that will just go straight in the top end. And Son as well. And like a few of the Man United players at the moment, he just seems to be in the form of his career. He's scoring bags of goals. And I think you said earlier on in the stream that he asked to have his trip to the Asian Games, or whatever it's called, delayed, so that he can play this match. He's going to be so up for it, because that will be his last Premier League game for about a month. So he's going to want to sort of end this run on a good note. Especially again, like I've banged on about, if we have those throwbacks starting high, he's going to exploit that to the moon and back pretty much. In the defence as well, Sanchez is someone who would easily get into Man United's team.
Yeah.
For centre back, his pace is just absolutely stupid. Like, he covers so much distance in such a short space of time that even if he does make a mistake or two, he can make up for it. Yeah, say man for man, Tottenham probably have a better team, but we have better players in more important areas into this game. Yeah,
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
Both teams have amazing players in different positions. Both teams have high average players, let's be honest. So I think this will be as equally matched a game as it possibly can be for us this season.
Yes. I think this will be a very equally matched game in terms of the overall of everything. Obviously, we're being a little bit biased that we would probably take every single Manchester United player over every single Tottenham player. But that's our duty and responsibility as Manchester United fans. So Vince Russo, thank you for that. And I did see you say it, Anvesh, as well. So Craig, I'm going to go to you next, but I just wanted to let you know, people are saying you look like Carl Anderson from the WWE. So I could kind of see it. I could actually kind of see it.
Who's Carl Anderson?
So he's part of the Bullet Club in
Go away.
The big tall bald guy.
Yeah.
With all the tattoos.
This is not bald.
But I can see it like in here. I can see it in here. You've kind of got similar facial hair. I could see it. I could see it.
No, I'm not having that. I'm not having that, Carl Anderson.
But so, Craig, players to look out for:
Eriksen, Kane, Ali, Sanchez, like Matthew said, even Lloris, even his distribution can be a bit naughty. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even Lamella, he can be shifty. Son, we know that he's, like Matthew said once again, he's in the shape of his life at the moment. He's scoring goals left, right, centre. I'd have him tomorrow at Man United. But we're going to turn up tomorrow, and they're going to have to watch out for every one of United players.
Amen.
That's it.
Amen. But so, guys, we'll wrap it up there. Craig, we'll go to you first, dude. Thank you for joining me. Is there anything you want to shout out, my friend? You always know you're welcome to shout out anything on the show.
No, everyone's keeping well, and I hope everyone's looking forward to the game tomorrow. And take it all easy.
I mean, by the way, I did want to say, rest in peace to your friend.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Just God bless him. God bless his family. I know that's got to be difficult. So,
Thank you.
Yeah. And then Matthew, you know, you're always welcome to shout out anything you want. You know, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, sure. For those who are following me on Twitter would know that I'm doing some kind of project at the moment, kind of branding the store. So hopefully, maybe in the next month or something like that, things like that should be done. I've got more completely different posters going up, and some of which I've put on Twitter anyway. So if you're interested in that, then drop a follow, as a cool kid say. And I'm pretty sure the link is in the description as well. For
yes, always.
Store and Twitter, all that kind of good stuff. So yeah,
and I've got a poster, and it's Pucker.
He does.
It is brilliant. We've all got posters now. We do. Everybody that is, I think everybody except for maybe Carl that has been on the streams. I think everybody's basically got a poster. So I want to get Selfie on. That's another one.
Is he on the stream now?
Yeah.
So I don't know if Carl is still here at the moment, but I know. But Carl, what are you doing, bro? In fact, you know what? You can't get back on until you get a Matthew poster.
Yeah, you ain't got one, but we know why you're here.
Yeah, if you're gonna come on the show, you have to have a Matthew McFadden poster.
So at the moment, you're barred, mate.
But I mean, guys, just thank you, just genuinely thank you for joining me. Thank you to everybody that joined us today. Be sure to drop a like on the video, especially for Matthew and Craig. You know, they did join me super early today. Like, this is really super early for me. Like, it's
super early but late.
It's literally just turned 9 a.m. at the moment, so this is early for me. It's kind of mid-afternoon for you guys. So yeah. I mean, but. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you to everybody that joined in the live comments, everybody that I saw and contributed. Oh shoot, so the women's team got Arsenal for the next round.
Oh,
that's interesting because now both the United men's team and United women's team have Arsenal in the next round of their cup matchups. I like it. We just got all the Arsenal hate coming up, guys, all of it. So, so by the way, you know the too sweet, Craig. I got to get a too sweet from you. Too sweet, bro. Too sweet.
Boom.
Too sweet. Too sweet. So, guys, thank you to everybody. I love you guys. Genuinely, I love you guys. I can't wait to see you guys. You might see me a little bit later. I'm going to see if I can't get my brother over to do an NFL playoff preview for the divisional rounds today. But at the very least, you got me live once. You might see me later. It might be a little bit later for you guys. But just genuinely thank you for joining me. And God bless you guys. I love you guys. And I hope you have a great night, a great day, wherever you're at and whatever you're doing. Keep doing you because I love you and you guys are awesome. Let's go United.